Alright, so we're going to launch this. That's what we're going to do. Crew should be set to Steve, right? Check. And then crew only. Okay. I think I needed to change the consumables. Right, Steve needs to be set to eat the berry sludge because that's the food that's available in the rocket. Everyone else has that food disabled so that no one else is eating it besides our rocketeers, our astronauts. Whatever you want to call them. There we go. And then, what else did I need to do? Let's see. We need to set the destination. So we could... Alright, so we can only go 5 tiles. Is there a direction that makes sense? I guess it really doesn't matter. We're just going to go up to collect databanks. Maybe we'll just go into orbit. And then in the interior, is there something we need to do? I need to sneeze. Well, I'm glad I muted that. Alright, so crew, no building restrictions, so this should be good. So we're gonna wait for Steve to show up in here. And then we're going to launch this thing. Where is Steve? Steve. Oh, he's making his way. Oh yeah, it helps if we open the doors. There we go. Food? Oxygen? No. Materials, gas. There's oxygen. Plenty of oxygen. And there should be water in the pipe. So we should be good for a bit. Yeah. Alright, and then there you go. Steve picked up some food, he can eat. Check. Autosave. Alright, and we should be good to launch this thing. Off it goes. Whenever Steve gets around to, you know, doing the things. And it's gone. Now the problem we're going to have here with this water is that it's going to freeze and block everything off, so probably want to get that mopped up. Okay, well that's the thing. So VGR 51, we are making databanks. Oh, whoops. I was thinking that this was going to be a problem, that I was going to forget to do this, and I did. I sure did. It's kind of a problem. That's going to tank Steve's morale. How is Steve doing? 2407. Okay. Ooh, okay, so that's bad. 40% per cycle is bad. Can you so I foresee problems here. Let's have Steve unequip the suit. There we go, and then mop all that up. Now let's priority 0 this. And then reset the priorities on the actual things. Now my concern is going to be off-gassing. So we're already, let's see, Steve needs to put the suit back on, actually. We've already released some carbon dioxide into the environment, which is bad. Because the idea here is that we are taking advantage of kind of a glitch where as long as Steve is wearing the suit, he can temporarily take the helmet off and he breathes, but it doesn't actually consume any of the oxygen in the environment. Now, Steve has soggy feet, unfortunately, but he should not be gaining stress from the soiled suit, so that's pretty important. Let's fix priorities on things. There we go. And then okay, so we're not off-gassing because of overpressure. So we should be good. We're not going to get any polluted oxygen here. Starvation. Steve can't... Steve can eat. Just make sure this is all working again. This was working last stream. This operation of the telescope and the orbital data collection lab and all of that. So Steve should be good now. Alright. So that's... I had intended... You know, I guess we have this rocket platform here. We could build a new rocket. So if we wanted to, we could build a small petroleum engine out of iron. Check. And then what? I guess we do need well, so the petroleum engine does produce power, I think. Let's read about this. Burns petroleum to propel rockets for mid-range space exploration. Same speed as petroleum, but have smaller height restrictions. Yeah, they produce power. Okay, so we don't need to have a battery module, I think. I mean, we could have one to store excess, but we're kind of limited on how high this rocket can be. So we could do a Trailblazer module. Enables travel to planetoids that do not yet have a rocket platform. So we have a couple of new planetoids that we found. We could build this. And then... I mean, I think the main thing that I wanted to do is just more general. I wanted to know where all the planetoids were. I guess the other thing is, do we have that unlocked yet? Being able to go and collect Here, artifact transport module allows duplicants to store any artifacts they uncover. I guess I don't need to be paused right now. Allows duplicants to store any artifacts they uncover during space missions. Artifacts become available to the colony upon Rocket's return. So we could build something that could go collect artifacts. Was that... yeah, there is an artifact at each of these things. We could also potentially gather resources. Which is pretty interesting. Let's go back to the planet. So the Trailblazer module can hold one duplicate traveler. We just have to be adjacent to a planetoid. So if we want a rocket that would help us like expand and build new colonies, I guess that would be the thing to do. I don't know if we need that right now. Like, we could really just rebuild the same thing that we've already built. Large liquid fuel tank. Stores liquid fuel piped into it to supply rocket engines. So if we wanted... let's just try this. So we're going to add a fuel tank. And I guess it has to be out of steel. So I'll build that. And then I zoom in. And then... Spacefarer? Yep. We want that so we can build... essentially the thing we built on the other rocket. In terms of accommodations. And I guess I'll put that out of gold amalgam since that's what I have the most of. And autosave again. Maybe I should decrease the frequency. I assume that I can decrease the frequency of the autosaves. And then... So we're at 13 of 20. So we definitely have more room for things. I guess I could add a artifact transport. 14 of 20. Add a battery too while I'm at it. Just everything. 16 of 20. How tall is the nose cone? 2. So I have 2 left. Except, yeah, I already built the Spacefarer module and battery. What about a cargo bay? Height of 3. Okay, I guess I won't do that. I guess I'll add a nose cone. Yeah, the Trailblazer is also 3 high, so can't add that and fit the nose cone since it's 2. If there was something else that was too high, I could add that. Like, I could have left off the artifact transport module and then I could have fit a cargo bay. So the orbital cargo module is too high. So it delivers cargo to the surface planetoids that do not yet have a rocket platform. It's interesting. I think that could be generally useful on a rocket. And then we'll build the cone. out of iron and ceramic. And that's it. I guess the height of this rocket bay was more than sufficient for... I mean, I think we can go higher with other engines, but still, it's pretty good. And his ladder is in the way. Alright, so that'll be our next rocket. We'll have to figure out how to get enough petroleum in here to fuel it up. Let's check in on... oh, this is the Wanderer 6. Let's check in on Steve here. Steve is fine. Totally fine. How many databanks are there? Is that 12? It keeps moving. 13. Okay. Looks good. Maybe... Alright, we have more steel. I was going to say maybe we can have this second bay ready to bring Steve back once he's done making more databanks for us. Let's also cancel. So... take that out. Remove some ladders here. I'm going to build a bunker door right there. I guess it can be one over. And we'll build the second one right here. Let's plan on bunker tiles here and here. Cancel those ladders. And more bunker tiles. There we go. What food is decaying? Oh, I see. We have some random Haku fillet over there. That's fine. How is Smirelos doing? Still a lot to do, and it's not getting done for some reason. Huh. Interesting. Okay, anyway, this can keep... we can keep going. We can keep running. Yeah, hold on. Options. Game, maybe? Autosave frequency. Let's go every 2 cycles. That's twice as long as it has been. That's interesting. I should have realized, but didn't realize, that we were autosaving every cycle. Alright, so dupes that we're not ready to take, or some seeds. I guess I'll take the seeds. I'll always use them later. How is the germ situation up here? I think maybe getting slightly better. I wonder if we could get some floral scent to push back on the germs as well. Couldn't hurt. So this is working, right? So we should have much less... we have a little bit of polluted oxygen over here. I might build another deodorizer right here. There's a little bit of polluted oxygen kind of hovering here as well. This might all be reachable too. Alright, so hopefully hopefully we'll be ready to kind of take the next step on this. Let's see, let's think about that for a second. So what is the next step on this area once we get rid of all of the germiness and the polluted oxygen? We still need to like pump the gas, but specifically we want to pump out anything that's not oxygen. So we might have like little pumps, and then I guess we need. Let me dig out the top area here, so we have room to kind of maneuver. Yeah. Because what I want to do is I want to put some like ventilation pipes along the top to run to our pipe to space. And what we'll do is we'll set up a few pumps here and there with filtering. So we'll cycle any oxygen that gets pumped will just like get dumped out, and anything else will get pumped to space. I think will be the plan. Interesting. So there's uranium ore here. That is interesting. Where did that come from? And we have liquid nuclear waste still. It gets mopped and then nothing happens with it. Let's think about that for a second. Is this a matter of there not being anywhere for it to be swept and then the bottles just like go back? Maybe I can make a place for it to go to? Where would I want to dump some, there we go, right there. Nuclear waste, yes. Are you doing okay there? Okay, yeah, you can get off that. Alright, so I was going to plant some, is it Bliss Burst? No, that's just decor. What is it that emits? Is it Buddy Bud? No. What is it that emits the, or do all of them do? Hold on. Hold that thought. So, Bliss Burst. Hardy Plants. What is it that emits the floral scent? Disease, floral scent. Is it Buddy Bud? I feel like it is, but it doesn't say that it is. Yeah, affects fluorescent. Okay. Maybe other things do as well, but that one definitely does. Let's go with it. We have seeds for it, so why not? No power wire connected. Oh, yeah, I missed a wire. Whoopsie. Okay, and so then the plan is going to be to run some ventilation. Yeah, I think it's going to make sense. We'll run gas pipe along the outside. There we go. Probably not sandstone since I have little of that. What do we have just kind of sitting around? We're digging up granite and mafic, igneous, maybe mafic then. Gas pipe. We have a lot. Let's go mafic. Alright, so if I hold shift, if I remember to hold shift, then we go in a straight line. Alright, to there. Now that top line can potentially be our pipe to pump out to space. So that'll be good. And then maybe I'll just like go around here. That should all be reachable. And then what we can do is we can set up a gas pump here. Yeah, this will be fine. We'll just go up. This part is all temporary, right? So we'll probably keep the gas pipes in there. It'll be useful to have them in the wall for later. But the pumps and the wires and stuff is temporary while we're just getting things pumped out. So we want to pump down here to handle the chlorine. And then we want... we're probably going to want a gas pump at the top. Because once we're done getting rid of the chlorine, we're going to change these tiles or add airflow tiles here to let the hydrogen out. And that'll all go to the top, and we'll want to be able to pump that out. And then there are other things we could do in terms of detecting the elements of the gas in the pipe and routing it using sensors and automation. But the easiest thing to do is just to use a gas filter. Very simple. And then we are going to want a high pressure gas vent. So we're going to select oxygen as the thing we're going to filter for. And just, for now, I'm just going to dump it in place. You know, it's probably better to dump it a ways away from the pump, so we don't just like dump it out and it gets sucked back immediately. And then gas pipes, connect it all together. Actually cancel that. There we go. I didn't cancel that one either. There we go. And that there, and then that connects there, and this one is going to connect to there. All right. And for right now, I don't know what happens with the gas filter if you haven't set the filter yet. Does it just block all gas flow? I guess we're going to find out. We'll also need power to all the things. There we go. More things for the dupes to do. The thing I'm thinking about right now is this, like, this little high area right here. Maybe I'll fill this in so that we don't have an area that's going to hold gas. Like that. And like this. And it might honestly be better to like run this gas pipe and the outflow of the oxygen we're filtering down here. We'll see. We'll see how this goes before I change it around more. I guess we can still do this part even if we haven't finished getting rid of the slime lung, because what we're doing just right now is trying to get rid of the chlorine. We're building both sides of this, but this is the one that I care about. To get rid of the chlorine and dump it into space, because I don't really need the chlorine. Oh yeah, did we build the the bottle emptier in the middle of nowhere? Nope. Still waiting for that. Waiting sandstone. Oh yeah, here's something else that looks like it maybe got damaged by heat. That's fine. Oh yeah, so we have this set up. Empty pipe. Oh, this never got. It never got connected. And now we don't have polluted water here. Okay, so change of plans. What is the best way to get just polluted water? Well, I think we have a pipe coming from here. And at least right now it's pumping polluted water. We also have lots of coolant loop. We can't take from that. We could... Let's do this. I guess I'll leave this pipe here. It might be useful later. Let's run another pipe. I guess right here. Yep. So I'm just trying to get some of this polluted water into our coolant loop for the steam turbines, so that this is actually working properly. We at least have power being produced that we can send to the thermal aqua tuner, but this can't work because it has an empty pipe. Okay, let's check in on Steve. Steve is just doing fine. We still have plastic too, so we're still producing data banks. We're up to 29. Output pipe full. I see. Interesting. Okay, should be fine. We still have no reserve of natural gas. At some point we could probably control the natural gas generators based on the amount of power reserve we have or something. On the other hand, this heavy watt wire is connected to the smart battery. It's connected to our power spine, and it's running down. So we're not really at the point where we are constantly, running a surplus. Looking at this reminded me, how is our CO2 pumping doing? So gas. Okay. So we have a little pocket of CO2 here because it doesn't have any way to get past the water and such. But we are definitely pulling in the oxygen down. I think potentially what I could do is I could keep an eye on this and we figure out kind of where the oxygen touches at the point where it's like low enough. And maybe I could put a sensor there and use that to automate the pump. You can kind of see here the CO2 falling down there. Maybe a little of the oxygen coming up. Anyway, it's it seems fine for now. We also don't have a place to store crude oil, apparently. Do we have, I mean, what we could probably do is just put a bottle emptier down here. Where all the, I don't know why I'm pausing. Let's just have it. Put a bottle emptier down here to dump out oil back down into the oil biome, I guess. Like that. New principle available. Let's check that out. Hatchling, Drecklet. I mean, it's food, right? We're not, I mean, we're not, like, plummeting in terms of calories, but at one point we were just kind of constantly increasing the number of calories we had in the colony. It's kind of feeling a bit stable right now, which is not bad, but suggests that maybe if we take in a bunch of dupes, we may need to think about producing more food. Speaking of food, there's some more. Did we build the... There it is. So let's plan on dumping our sweep only. Liquid nuclear waste. There we go. Now we can hopefully mop this up. And it will go somewhere. Alright, so how is our polluted oxygen situation here? So none up here. There's a little bit, just a little bit right here. There's a couple of little pockets of polluted oxygen scattered around. How is the germ situation? Alright, we have a lot of floral scent now. And very little slime lung. 600. More over here because this is kind of the last pocket where there was polluted oxygen. 600. 800. We're still waiting on that flower pot to get populated. Damage overheated. Aha! What is the temperature over here? Interesting. 75C. 70C. So, I mean, unsurprisingly, this area is kind of warm. Definitely producing we're destroying a lot of heat down here. Not for any particular reason, I guess, but that's what we're doing because we put those weezeworts down there. We have a bunch of weezeworts here that are part of our cooling apparatus for our air conditioning and for our metal tile. Yeah, so 73. 23C, 23C, 25C. I think pretty good temperatures in the base overall, other than kind of where we're producing power here. I don't know that we... I might just disable auto repair on these. I don't know that we need these. And if we do need these, if we want to have more coal generators, we should build them along the edge, kind of on a power spine. I did have this, yeah, so I am running the heavy watt wire over. And it's connecting to kind of our steam engine, steam turbines here, and then coming over and connecting to our, let's look at the power overlay. Here we go. So here's kind of our original power heavy watt wire setup from early on, and then we connected in the new stuff through some kind of circuitous paths over there. So it's all wired together, like so. There's even one coming down here for this whole thing. Oh yeah. So I even have 2 natural gas generators here. What's the situation with the piping? So when we get natural gas here, it gets pumped into these tanks and then pumped over, but it also gets routed to these natural gas generators. I think I'm just going to deconstruct these. I don't think we need these natural gas generators here anymore because we have the ones over on the other side of the map. that are more contained. Like, I think it's fine. Yeah, it's good. All right. Yeah, so we are getting some overheat damage, but I think this is probably going to eventually destroy itself, and then I think we'll be fine. If we do want to build some more coal generators, we can do like this, where I have auto sweeper. Yeah, that's a normal list of things there for things that don't have resources. Right, so crude oil. I was going to give the dupes a place to drop off those. Actually, do I care about that? I don't. Honestly, I don't know that there's any harm in having the little bottles of crude oil. If we need a little bit of crude oil for something, like to set up some kind of layering like we did with the iron volcano, it might be helpful to have little bottles sticking around. So I guess I'll just leave it. Gas overlay again. Who's starving? Steve? Steve just needs to decide to eat. Yep. Yeah, we have lots of food in here, so Steve should be good. He's singing. He's yodeling. He's so happy. Very happy. Can you tell? Yeah. Beeger 51 is in orbit, waiting to land. It's not really. It's just an orbit. Doing its research. Unreachable build. Why is this unreachable? Oh, because this is blocked off. More ice accumulating. Right, and so this is also some fallen regolith, I think. Yep. Need to get that dug out. Can we... Yep, we can pull that there. Let's go ahead and build a bunker tile there as well. Alright. I think we have enough steel to actually do all this once the dupes dig everything out and build the rest of the ladder. Hey, the other project, the one we started working on, continuing the industrial brick, how's that doing? Did we... Alright, we're trying to get polluted water in here. Okay, so we should be able to connect that. And connect it on the other side. And I can cancel because I don't want to actually replace the insulated liquid pipe. But if we look at the overlay now, we should start seeing some of the polluted water come in. I want to make sure it's only polluted water. It's pretty important. We can disconnect here just to prevent any future accidents if we connect this pipe to something. I just need to babysit this for a minute to make sure that we're only getting polluted water in here. The reason for that, if you don't know, is that polluted water has a different freezing and boiling temperature than non-polluted, just normal water. So it freezes at a lower temperature. Boils at a higher temperature, I believe. So yeah, that's definitely true because it's something we run into. And so we want that quality here so that we can pull more heat out of it. So it's even colder when it comes through here, and it can pull heat out of the steam turbines. So what I'm looking to do is I want to see that all of the tiles in this cooling loop are filled. And then I'll disconnect this horizontal pipe once that happens. And you can see the thermal aqua tuner is already running. I guess we'll be able to tell it's full when no other liquid can get into the loop, right? I don't know what that sound was. Was that, this blueprints? Did I make a mistake here? Oh no, that's fine. Or did I? I thought with the two bridges that it wouldn't back up like this. Okay. I might need to get... Yeah, that's... We already saw that happening. I wonder if I need to... Let's do this. Let's deconstruct a pipe. Actually, do I have a... I don't have anyone with a plumbing skill. Let's fix that. Literally no plumbers in the whole colony. Does anyone like plumbing? Devin. Devin likes plumbing. There you go. Be my plumber. Pyrotechnics. Sure. Let's see if we have... I haven't had a lot of excuses to add more skills to the dupes, so let's... We have lots of morale, so why not? I mean, there are reasons why not, but they don't apply here. Alright, so now we have a couple of plumbers. So hopefully someone can empty that. Local colony lacks plumbing skill, it says. I don't think that's true anymore. Do they have to go... They have to go see the pod, right, first? To get the skill printed onto their brains. But we should have... I mean, it is circulating. My concern is that if the... Steve again, it's fine. Yeah, sure. There's should be a food problem. I'll check in a second. My concern is that if the if this detects that the coolant is too cool and it stops the aqua tuner, then this shouldn't back up. But it may. Hold on, let's check on Steve really quick. What's going on over here? You have food. You have 43 kilograms of berry sludge. You should eat it. I think it's just a timing thing where he went to eat and he was just out of breath right at the moment when he was going to eat. So it took him a little longer. Yeah. You're still hungry though. How hungry are you? Oh, you got lots of calories. Enough to last another day. But we are out of plastic. We made 41 databanks. I think it's time to bring Steve home. Can we bring Steve home? Almost. Stuff keeps on blocking the way, but we should be able to soon. I guess really future LI can land here. Right, I mean, we're still working on this stuff, but that doesn't stop this from operating, right? There we go. All right, job done. So we're gonna set this to grounded. Except I'm gonna explicitly set the cot as being assigned and not controlled, right? So that will let Steve still sleep here, but will prevent the wall toilet from being used. Not that that was the source of our ice blocks, but should be good. All right, so we brought Steve home. We got lots of data banks, so we can do research again. We don't have enough to finish improved hydrocarbon propulsion. Was there a prerequisite? No. Okay. So I think it's time to deconstruct the VOD 51. And our next rocket will be this one. That's great. Let's remove the module. Remove the module. I was hoping doing it on that one module and saying deconstruct would like do the whole rocket, but I guess not. So anyway, and we can see that everything that was in the rocket got dropped to the ground. So there's our berry sludge. Hold on, where's the berry sludge? $173,000 kilocalories of berry sludge. Lots of food. In fact, let's go ahead and go in here and let's build a new so many things that we can build, but specifically a storage bin. There we go. And we're gonna build that, I don't know, right there. And we'll put the berry sludge in there. We'll have to rebuild interior for this rocket at some point. Oh, there we go. Remove that module too. Alright, we've almost built the new rocket, just in time as we destroyed the old rocket. Oh, I thought I said remove the module. I did. It's not doing anything. Okay, cancel. Remove this module. Okay, interesting. Do we have ceramic? It's not in my short list, but ceramic. Okay, yeah, we have enough ceramic to make the nose cone. Especially because we should have gotten ceramic back from deconstructing the other one. Alright, interior here. Let's prioritize building this bin. You doing okay up there, Steve? Oh, right. I deleted Steve's bed. Well, we have a spare bed here, right? So, oh yeah, Steve already grabbed it. There you go. We should also... I mean, Steve... I'll just keep Steve on allowing him to eat Berry Sludge. We have lots of Berry Sludge. We have 174,000 kilocalories of it, so it'll be fine if he eats a little bit of it while grounded. There we go. So I want to store... Oh, right. This is the wrong thing. I need a refrigerator to store food, even if it's not powered. There we go. We will store plastic in here, though. How much plastic do we have? Here, none. Here, 4,600 kilograms. So I don't know if I want to store 20,000 kilograms of it in there. Maybe we can store like that much. Of course, this means the other rocket would have been able to continue producing databanks for quite a while if we would have just increased the amount of plastic we were storing. But, whoops. Didn't think about that. Alright, so we're going to store Berry Sludge. Berry Sludge. Priority 7. Alright, cool. So it's a start. We have a new principal available. And fried mushrooms? Sure. Okay, so we are still waiting on... Why are we making these gas filters out of steel? Because I was not paying attention to the material they were being made out of. That's why. Let's make them out of gold amalgam. There we go. Okay, so mopping the liquid nuclear waste seems to have no effect. Do you want to give me a hint, game? What am I supposed to do with you? Well, I can evaporate it into nuclear fallout. I'm sure that's good. Maybe we can see what happens here. Does the dude come over and mop this? And then what happens? Yeah. Okay, cool. I see. It emits liquid nuclear waste. Okay, so please sweep that. Priority 9. Oh, I should set auto bottle. That's the real thing here that I should have been doing. Where is the where's the bottle emptier? There it is. So here's my liquid nuclear waste bottle emptier. I should enable auto bottle. Priority 9. Oh, it's sweep only. It shouldn't be sweep only either. There we go. It's not like we have a pitcher pump in liquid nuclear waste anyway, so this should be fine. Oh yeah, look, they mocked the other one. So please sweep that. Priority 9. You got it? Alright, we finally got it from there. It's gone somewhere else. It occurs to me, looking at this, that this setup for this pump is not going to do anything for the gas that's over here. I guess we'll do another one. And filtered gas will be oxygen, and the rest will go to there. And we just need another high pressure gas vent. All right. So yeah, I guess that's what's been happening while I've not been looking, is that it gets mopped into a little container, but there, it's emitting. It emits liquid nuclear waste if it's not dealt with. Aha! So it does seem to want to pump. That's not the worst thing. We're just pumping chlorine and whatever else is in there. But what we want to do is set the filter. So the filtered output is going to be oxygen. So any oxygen present gets dumped back into the environment. And same thing. Excuse me, same thing here. Right, so now we should see... what's the holdup? Alright, this is not connected to anything that will output to space. So for that, we need to disconnect this, because we don't want to send gases into nothing, because there's no place for it to go in the rocket currently. We do want to send it on to, well, not really here anymore, huh? Let's see. So let's put a... It shouldn't be necessary to have a high-pressure gas vent. Let's put this here. We should also use a gas bridge to prevent transferring of heat. Maybe? Seems like a good idea. Alright, so... And then once we have this all set up, we can deconstruct this part. I mean, this is all open to space right now, but eventually this will be kind of enclosed a bit. We might be able to recover gases and stuff. Oh, yeah, that's an unreachable build, isn't it? We can fix that. Now, of course, some of the stuff on the that's not protected by bunker tiles or doors is potentially destroyable from meteorite storms? Meteor storms? Whatever the game calls it. Oh, there's a little water there. It's interesting. So, ventilation. Oh, and this is not connected. So that's the last piece there, right? And then all the chlorine that we've been pumping here, and a little bit of oxygen before we set the filter, goes on. And it's going to get dumped into space, and then the oxygen here just gets dumped back into the environment. And if we look at the gas overlay, I mean, it's something. The chlorine will eventually settle down and we'll be able to pump it. And we're using excess power, right? To operate the pump and the filter. But it's fine. We have power. And we're going to do the same thing over here to kind of capture all the low-hanging gases. There's much less over on this side, but there's some CO2 and some chlorine that we want to clear out. I guess I'm going to destroy some of these natural tiles to allow gas flow along the top here as well. Speaking of which, I didn't really want to... Let's disconnect the power up here. Okay, that failed. Oh, that kind of had an opposite effect of what I wanted. We need to disconnect it. Is it Shift D? Yeah. Right there. There we go. and we'll stop this stuff from operating. We don't really have any other gases to deal with up here. How's the germ situation? Looks like we have cleared out all of the slime lung. We have some nice floral scent. There's a little bit of slime lung over here in the hydrogen gas, but that should go away. Yeah, getting close to actually being able to kind of break this open. We do just need to get rid of this chlorine and make sure there's no more slime lung in this area, and then we can let the hydrogen out of the top of the base, and then we can get the top pump running, filter out the hydrogen, and then we'll have a nice clean atmosphere for the dupes. Then we can start looking at I think what we'll need to do is to separate the ladder in the middle into two sections. And the reason for that, if we look at the room overlay, this is our nature reserve set up so that the dupes generally pass through it. At least the dupes that live over here definitely pass through it. And it is at a 108 tile room size, and the maximum is 120. So we're very close to the maximum. If we expanded this up to here, that's going to be more than 120. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a door here, leave open, and that'll separate this out into two separate nature reserves. I might do that in a couple of places to leave some room for expansion. And then eventually I want to do the same thing maybe over here as well. We have some natural tiles in this area that we could use if we expand this vertical corridor. Let's make sure that this is set to oxygen. And we need power for it. There we go. All right. So, let's make the rounds again. Still working on getting that nose cone there. Looks like we put in the ladder though. Waiting iron for the high pressure gas vent. I think though that we're kind of done pumping gases right now. So let's go ahead and remove that section of pipe. We're not going to need anymore. Just kind of preparing for this being at least sometimes enclosed. Although I guess we would need backing tiles if we wanted to actually do that. I don't know. I think it'll be better. Maybe if I dig this out too. It'll be better to... actually, will it? I'm second guessing myself now because we want to pump the gas where there's no backing tile. So I think I'm gonna change my mind on that. We're gonna keep it like that for now. And just the normal gas vent is fine because we're not gonna get a buildup of gas there. Like if you look at the materials overlay, the gas that we pumped out, the chlorine, it's gone. It's just gone. Vented to space. As desired and designed. And at some point... Okay, they're going to build these bunker tiles, and then they'll be able to reach the bunker door. Someday. We have steel. Yeah, and we still have... Nope, we don't have steel queued anymore. How much steel can we make? 24... 40 something. So let's queue up another 20. Should be good. This is still... Oh, we have some water. Oh, no, we have some polluted water. That's unfortunate. Hopefully the pressure is high enough that it won't off-gas. It could. It's not going to off-gas a lot, though. Yeah, I see our temperature It's a little low here. A little bit below the boiling point for polluted water. But yeah, right now our coolant is quite cool because we've not been operating the metal refinery, and the natural gas generators have not been running because they've not had natural gas, unfortunately. So that's it's an issue. There's a little natural gas coming in. Geysers are supplying. The other thing was that I deconstructed those other natural gas generators over here, so they're not eating up natural gas. So we're kind of focused on natural gas generation on the right-hand side of the map. And then this is operating. We are cooling. Take a look at the plumbing overlay. I guess someone came over here and did eventually remove one tile of coolant. You can see here this steam turbine is operating. The excess water that it's condensing at the top of it gets dumped back into the steam chamber. So we have a water cycle going on there. It's dripping down. And if we look at gas, we have a little bit of water down here. No polluted water because we're not using natural gas generators. Although we do have some extra natural gas over here that we could be maybe picking up and storing. I think this might have been from our leak. Yeah, that's probably it. When we leaked out a bunch of natural gas by breaking one of the tiles, we pumped it all out. Some of it settled here, but a lot of it probably made its way down and is collected in this pool. So we could collect this back up if we wanted to. Meteor showers. Okay, so let's see here. This is already closed off. Maybe someday Dupes will go over and build that last bunker tile. But we can do. Can mop that. Although I don't know what the Dupes have been doing over here, but it's a lot of work for them to do, isn't there? Morale is okay. Health is okay. Net stress is good. What about for pay? Yeah, they're gonna have soggy feet and yucky lungs for a long time, especially if they're not gonna get around to mopping all this. But there is food. There's not any pacu fillet because probably, as Brainless said earlier, this is not working right. We do have fish in here. They will eventually evolve into fillet, right? What is a gulp fish? It's a critter morph, and it drops pacu fillet, so it should be fine. But yeah, I don't see a pacu, and oh, it's right there. It's elderly. Heat from feeder. It's happy. Okay. We'll see. See what happens here. Something's entombed. Oh yeah. So I was so busy looking at the other colony, I forgot to do stuff about, you know, this one, like closing the bunker doors. Our new rocket, no. Whoop, whoop. Perfect. Hey, look, the rocket's done, just in time to not be blown up. Oh, I hit H, I guess. This is fine. It would be good if we would have built the other bunker door, but we also need to run that automation wire. We need to run power. Things need to eventually happen over here. And at some point, we'll need to figure out how to like produce a lot of petroleum to supply the rocket. But I don't think that's going to happen today. But a lot of good progress made, right? So we have made more data banks. Yeah, this is entombed. We don't have like a dupe that is trapped or something. It's fine. So our research is moving along. We'll need to prepare the new rocket to do more research in orbit or flying around. Should be able to fly around. What are the specs on the petroleum engine? It can go 1 tile per cycle, and we have 45 kilograms of fuel per tile, and this holds maybe I'll look at the database. Yeah. So it doesn't hold any petroleum itself, I guess. That it's a good thing I added the large liquid tank then. So this stores how much liquid? Why doesn't it say? Stored fuel type is determined by the rocket engine it's built upon. Okay. Great. $45 kilograms. Yeah, it doesn't have a liquid pipe yet. Anyone know? How many tiles will we be able to send this rocket? I wonder, could I? Where's the spacefarer module? Let's imagine here. Oh no, we can't see. I guess we need to fuel it, right? But hopefully more than 5, right? Because the 5 meant we could only go 2 tiles away. So I'm hoping we can go a bit further with this rocket and do some more telescoping, more discovery, while we're also collecting data banks for more research for even bigger rockets. Okay, so some progress on this project. Some progress on this project. I think a good amount. We're really set up now to be able to get rid of this chlorine as it kind of drifts over that way. There's a little bit of chlorine down here that we will eventually collect as well as we kind of cycle gas around. We have almost completely eradicated the slime lung. There's a little bit here hiding in this hydrogen. And that should go away on its own, I think. And then, yeah, once we get that fully sorted out, we can open up and get this hydrogen out of here as well. Okay. We really need to mop this nuclear waste. So some good progress here. And we should be able to like double. Well, I guess the constraint is going to be food production, right? We may need to look at how we're going to increase our food production. Maybe expanding the hatch farms or ranches rather, or maybe expanding this farm, which would be either we could expand. There's still room here. Like we could clean up this area and expand this out and make this larger, or make a second one here. Or we could rebuild it somewhere else, kind of within the framework of the base. Like even if we duplicate this setup up here, doubling the number of dupes we can support. We still have all this area here, so maybe we build new food production areas in this area to cover that. I think that's where we start looking at how we can also do some automation as part of that, with conveyors and that sort of thing. And I think another thing that we kind of concerned about power here, actually. It's temperature. How about power? We may have some power issues. Also, let me disable access here again. Good. So as we expand the base, we may also want to revisit kind of how power is allocated. Probably looking at more taking advantage of our power spine and then using transformers and distributing power out horizontally and kind of like layers, maybe? Is a thought. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but should be good. As we have more dupes, we can do more just like excavation of areas and look at further expansions. Maybe even establish... maybe we could send more dupes over to our other... through the transporter and just try to like do more work over there. Since we are sending oxygen over here. Breathability should be a lot better. Yeah, lots of oxygen here to breathe. Some of it not even fluted. And there are definitely resources here that we could take advantage of. We could look at doing nuclear. I've never done that in Oni. But we have betas and beta hives here, so maybe we could do something with that. I don't know. So many possibilities. Just so little time. Alright, so that feels like a good like cap on this, what is going to be on YouTube, a pair of episodes. So I think I'm going to stop things here. I'm going to drop a save for safety. Yeah, I'm going to say thanks so much for everyone coming out today. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all the new follows, which you should see listed here in a second. Death Row Gamer, Scuffy TV, Mrs. Dejected Lamb, and the Raids, or Raid from Death Row Gamer. Alright. That's it. Thanks again. The next stream should be Sunday morning. My time, I have a schedule on Twitch that has the definite times when I'll be streaming. So Sunday morning, I'm doing a coding stream. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evenings, I do a stream where I'm doing games. So Friday is Oxygen Not Included. Monday is some kind of modded Minecraft. I just finished a playthrough of Create Astral last week. So it's going to be something brand new on Monday. And Wednesday is currently Starfield. But that's probably going to change here pretty soon. I'm not sure with what. So we'll see. Alright. That's it. Again, thanks all. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.